welcome back to Education Rocks. Today we're going to be baking and we're going to be baking a banana bread. So the ingredients you'll need are 2 ripe bananas, 1 1/4 cups of sugar, 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 1 3/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 cup and a tablespoon of buttermilk, and a teaspoon of vanilla, and you'll need chocolate chips, and that's it for the ingredients. So now the baking. The first ingredient you'll need is around 2 1/2 of ripe bananas, and put those in a bowl and then mash them.
Okay, so, ew, it smells bad. It smells like potatoes. Okay.
So this is how you should do the bananas, and then you're gonna take them out of the peel.
Ew.
Now that you should have the 2 1/2 ripe bananas out of the peel and in the bowl, and then you're gonna want to use a masher and mash and stomp all over the bananas.
Like with your feet?
So no, not with your feet, with this thing. So we'll be back after we have the mashed bananas. Okay, so you should have your bananas mashed like so. And our next ingredient is you want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees. So preheat. This is so do this with an adult. Preheat your oven to 325 degrees, and we'll be back. So the next ingredient we're gonna add into this mashed banana mixture is 1 1/2 cups of sugar. So you pour in the 1/2 cup. Cheers. Okay. So the next ingredient you'll want is to add the 2 eggs. So let's get the eggs.
Make sure whenever you finish cracking eggs, you wash your hands.
Wash your hands. So here's one.
Thank you.
And here's the other.
I'm
So
very
put the
bad
2
at
eggs in.
cracking eggs, so please don't judge. Okay,
And go and wash your hands. So next you're gonna want to put in your 1/2 cup of oil.
very carefully.
And then we're gonna mix with the spoon.
It smells decent, I guess.
So you're gonna want to mix that well and make sure the eggs are mixed in.
Yep.
Okay.
Get everything on the sides.
So now that that's mixed, you're gonna want to get your 1 3/4 cup flour. So get that. Okay, so in a new clean bowl with nothing in it, no magic trick or anything, you're gonna want to take your 1 3/4 cup of flour and dump that in. Dump, dump, dump. Okay, and then next you are going to want to put in your 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so you're gonna want to take your 1/2 teaspoon of salt, dump it in with the flour, your next ingredient, put this away. Your next ingredient is the baking soda, which you need 1 teaspoon of. So next you're gonna want to put in your 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So let's pour that in. And then you're going to want to sift that together. So if you don't have a sifter to mix these 3 ingredients, you can use a fork or something like that to sift together all of these powders, right?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
sifty sift.
That sounds so annoying.
And once that's sifted, you're going to want to pour this bowl into that one, and then you're gonna want to mix them. Okay, so if you poured the powdery ingredients into the other ingredients, we're gonna mix them together. So let's show the camera over the bowl. This might take a little bit to get the flour to mix into the other ingredients, like the egg and the other ingredients.
Yep.
So let me get make sure you get all of the flour mixed in with it. All of it, because that's very important that you get most and all of the flour. So once that's mixed, let's go on to the next ingredients. So you're gonna mix that combination with the rest of the ingredients, which is vanilla, buttermilk, and that other stuff. But if you don't have buttermilk, all you have to do is mix 1 tablespoon of vinegar with a cup of milk.
And there you go.
And that is your buttermilk. The first step is you're gonna mix the buttermilk, and so you want 1/4 of a cup first, combined with you're gonna dip the 1 tablespoon in, and put that in too.
Yep.
So that is the buttermilk into the main mixture. So let's go on to the next ingredient. Okay, so the next ingredient you want is 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So just dip in there. And the next ingredient you'll want is, you can choose how many chocolate chips you want to put in. So,
A lot.
in this example, we're gonna put in a lot, but you can put in as little as you want, or you just don't need to put any at all.
Yeah.
So you can either have a chocolate banana bread with chocolate chips, a lot of chocolate chips, not very many chocolate chips, or just a normal banana bread. We're gonna show you how to make a chocolate chip banana bread, so then you can just skip this step. So now we're gonna stir all of the final ingredients together, so let's do that. And this can get a little thick, so you're gonna want to use those muscles and mix it in with the chocolate chips and buttermilk and vanilla. That'll make it a very good smell and a very soon to be tasty banana bread. So make sure you get everything on the sides. Make sure you get everything down below, on the top, in the middle, and mix everything together. And now we're done with the mixture. So make sure you grease your loaf pan, and make sure you pour your banana bread into the greased loaf pan, and then you're gonna open the oven. Open that oven, and we're going to carefully insert the banana bread, and then close it up,
But then
and it should bake for it should bake for around an hour and 20 minutes to 30 minutes until it's golden brown and it looks like it, and then you should make sure you cool it on a rack for 20 minutes, and we'll be back when that's all done.
Yep.
So after baking for an hour and 20 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes, this is our banana bread. And it looks really good, it smells really good, and remember you can do chocolate chip, lots of chocolate chip, little chocolate chip, or no chocolate chip at all. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe and like if you liked this video, and bye.